That beautiful Camry TRD pace car has them in tow. Once again, all those hats are waving. Fans are excited. They want to see who can get this done. It's Chase Briscoe and Justin Haley on the front row.
Briscoe has chosen the outside, the inside line. You have Chastain on the bottom and then Martin Truex Jr. on the outside. Green flag is waving. Haley and Briscoe head door to door back to turn number 1.
Martin Truex Jr. thought about poking his nose in the middle. He's got to be more concerned with A.J. Allmendinger, who's going to go topside to make it 3 wide for third. They're still glued together, though. Haley on the bottom and Chase Briscoe alongside the outside.
Side by side, Briscoe has a nose out in front of Haley, but here comes Ross Chastain. Chastain will take him 3 wide. He'll try to grab the lead in the middle of 4. New leader off 4, the number 1, Ross Chastain.
Ross Chastain, a playoff contender, will lead the pack back to the start-finish line. 15 laps to go. It's a dead heat in second between Justin Haley and Briscoe.
How about the Melon Man going 2 for 1? Ross Chastain leads the Thunderous pack out of turn number 2. They are still side by side for second. Haley on the bottom, Briscoe to the outside.
Coming up right behind those guys right now, Martin Truex Jr. is in a bike fight side by side with Joey Logano. Logano goes to the top side, but out in front, it is Ross Chastain.
As he comes down to the line, only 14 laps left behind him. Haley and Briscoe side by side. Logano now trying to go 3 wide with those 2.
Joey Logano might be the faster car. The problem is he can't find a lane around because Haley and Briscoe have been locked together for second. That's allowing Ross Chastain to race away out of 2.
The clock is ticking. Logano's got to find a way to get around these 2 if he wants a shot at the leader. Right now he's in the 3rd spot, goes high up on the racetrack. Haley on the bottom of the racetrack. Chase Briscoe now 10 car lengths behind the leader.
Ross Chastain, 2 wins this season, Circuit of the Americas and Talladega. He's averaged around 14th in the playoff races. He's number 1 right now.
Yep, no better time than to turn your season around than here at Las Vegas. Ross Chastain, the advantage, 9 car lengths over Briscoe and Logano.
Man, big fight there going on between the 19 car as he battles Justin Haley for that spot. Haley trying to hang on to a top 5 here today. The man on the move is Joey Logano.
Logano looks outside. Chase Briscoe can't get it done as they come down to the line. 12 to go. Now here's Logano looking inside. And again, Briscoe will throw the block.
Logano's going to have to make quick work of Chase Briscoe because Ross Chastain is looking quick. Boy, all of a sudden, where did Kyle Busch come from? He just started around 2 cars, and Pat, he's into the 4th spot.
Move Busch up there. He wants to get in the middle of this fight. Logano cannot afford to wait much longer if he wants to get around Briscoe. Chastain is getting away off 4.
Just 11 laps to go. Ross Chastain last time led by 0.8 of a second. He crosses the stripe. There is Briscoe. The difference this time is still going to be 0.8.
Yep, the stopwatch says 0.8 on track. That equals about 6 or 7 car lengths. Ross Chastain running about a half a groove off the bottom of the racetrack.
Chase Briscoe trying to focus on what do I do here, trying to hold off Logano or trying to figure out how to catch the guy that's leading the race, Chastain. Logano now goes up high on the racetrack. He rides up right next to the wall. He's trying to catch up for that runner-up spot.
We're getting down to crunch time. 10 laps left in the South Point 400. It is now Chastain streaking away from second place Chase Briscoe.
Joey Logano's got a good run on Chase Briscoe entering turn number 1, but Briscoe is in that middle lane, which is where Joey Logano wants to put that Pennzoil forward. Joey gets a nice run. They nearly make contact in turn 2.
Logano trying to take the 2nd spot away. He's got 1 shot at Chastain, but he's got to make short work of this guy driving that 14 car. He's trying to make the pass for second, and he's got it now.
Joey Logano moves into the runner-up spot. He's about a second back from race leader Ross Chastain. Only 9 laps to go here at Las Vegas.
Those Penske Fords have been awful strong, but that is no slouch in the race lead. Trackhouse Racing, the Chevrolet of Ross Chastain. It's about 9 car lengths over Logano.
Don't forget, Logano's got fresh tires on that Ford, trying to run down Chastain up in front of him right now. Here goes Logano, top side of the racetrack, trying to make up some time, but he's running out of laps.
Chastain now rumbles out of turn 4. 8 laps left. The gap was 1 second. This time by, what's it going to be? Has Logano closed in? The answer is yes, just 0.7 of a second behind.
And visually you can see it. It's down to about 6 car lengths. Both of those drivers right in the middle of the racetrack, hustling off of turn 2. Chastain and Logano.
0.3 of a lap. If he can do that every time, my Barney Fife math says he'll catch the front guy, and that's Chastain. Here goes Logano, bottom of the racetrack once again, as he continues to try to cut into the lead.
Ross Chastain takes the high line. Logano cuts it to the low side. Don't need a stopwatch anymore. Joey Logano gaining on race leader Ross Chastain with 7 to go.
6 car lengths the previous lap. It's down to 4 through turn 1. Again, right in the middle of the racetracks, right in the shadows of the billboards of turn number 2. Joey Logano closes out of turn 2.
Call it 5 car lengths. That's all that separate first and second. Now the question's going to be, how hard will Chastain fight to hold on to this lead? You know how bad Logano wants it if they work all 4.
6 laps left. Again, Logano is catching Chastain. Meanwhile, Kyle Busch is catching third place, Chase Briscoe.
And here comes Joey Logano. He got a great run out of turn number 4. He's right on the back bumper of Ross Chastain. Through turns 1 and 2, they both drift up the racetrack to use the top side. Chastain's got the lead, but Pat, can he hold on out of 2?
All those memories of all those things Ross Chastain's been involved in this year have to be flashing in front of a lot of people's minds right now. Here's Logano up at the top side of the racetrack. He's going to get right to the bumper of the 1 off 4.
These are 2 of the most aggressive drivers in Cup racing today, Ross Chastain and Joey Logano. Chastain holds him off for a lap, actually pulled away by another car length or 2.
It's not just for a race win, it's for a chance to run for a championship at Phoenix. They're both playoff drivers. Chastain by 3 car lengths over Logano.
Kyle Busch back there in that 4th spot, trying desperately to get in the middle of this fight for the lead. He's got to get around Briscoe. Here goes Kyle Busch to the top side of the racetrack, trying to catch up for this lead. Chastain with a 2 car length lead off 4.
Again, Logano with a great run out of turn number 4 as they cross the start-finish line. With 4 to go, Logano now looks inside. Again, Chastain throws a big block.
Right in the tire tracks, entering turn number 1. Ross Chastain moves that number 1 machine up the racetrack to the middle, about 3/4 of the way. Here comes Kyle Busch. He and Chase Briscoe, Pat, they're not out of it.
Las Vegas is on their feet. Here comes the hometown guy driving in that number 18 car. He's going to catch the lead bunch. Here comes Kyle Busch trying to get involved in the lead.
3 laps to go, and we may have 4 cars battling for the race win. Side by side at the stripe. Give the advantage to Chastain by just inches. They stay that way into 1.
Logano able to hang right on that left rear of Ross Chastain across the start-finish line. It gives him the advantage on the bottom. Joey Logano slides up in front of Ross Chastain down the backstretch.
New leader off of turn number 2, now down the backstretch. Here's Chastain to the outside. Logano has got the lead, but Kyle Busch is not giving up. He is coming as hard as he can off 4.
Joey Logano out of turn 4, down across the stripe. Just 2 laps left for Logano to hold on to the top spot.
Does Ross Chastain have anything for him? Does Kyle Busch have something left in the tank? They all go to the top side of the racetrack, entering turn number 1. Joey Logano now carves it to the middle of the racetrack. That 22 car shoots out of the second corner.
Kyle Busch has still got time, and he's got the motivation to get it done this afternoon as they race into turn 3. Here comes Busch. He's first got to get by Chastain. Right now, though, Logano begins to stretch it out.
Joey Logano is 1 lap away from his 3rd win at Las Vegas Motor Speedway as he flashes under the white flag for the last time.
Ross Chastain's got to find those 4 car lengths behind Joey Logano. Kyle Busch about 2 car lengths behind Chastain. Here comes Joey Logano out of turn number 2, Pat, for the final time.
Joey Logano down the Nellis straightaway as he works his way into turn 3. It's 306 miles from the Las Vegas finish line to the start line at Phoenix, and Joey Logano is going to punch his ticket.
Joey Logano coming out of turn 4, nothing but clear racetrack ahead. From the round of 8 to the final 4 at Phoenix, Joey Logano wins the South Point 400.
Joey Logano, we knew the Penske cars were going to be fast. Joey Logano leads that parade, wins his 3rd time here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is PRN, the Performance Racing Network.
Back here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, a big win for Joey Logano. He is the first man